We are excited. We are going to be doing the flex test on the full-size Chevy Silverado. Got to get that
Flexes.
Trail Boss, and it's also going to be first dirt.
Exactly.
Well, we're gonna see how it fits on this trail. We've never taken a full size on this trail before.
Yes, a learning experience.
We're gonna document its first dirt right now. It has a whole
162 miles.
162 miles.
I don't even need low though, so it'll be fine.
Fine. So we're gonna take it out and we're gonna see how it does and kind of give you the perspective on how it is to wheel full size again. I think it's gonna be fun. And this the first one we'll be taking Flexi out here because we never took the Ram.
Yes, we never did.
We never did the.
We found this after we had this. Found it with the Toyota.
We found it with the Toyota.
While we drive out to one of our favorite areas to do our flex testing, let's cover some specs about the 2024 Silverado Trail Boss. Its ground clearance is an impressive 10.9 and an approach angle of 31 degrees. The breakover is said to be 21.2 degrees, but we could not find a departure angle. The overall length is 232.9 inches and the wheelbase is 147.5 inches. That's a pretty big truck. Let's see if it'll fit on the trail to get out to the flex spot.
Paranoia begin.
It's fun.
We had to go through some Russian olive trees and he's like, oh!
First scratches hurt the worst.
The first cut
Especially
is the deepest,
Russian
honey.
olives. They're the nastiest. The meanest, and they scratch
that
the
and
deepest.
cedars.
No, Russian olives worse. The cedars are bad.
Yes.
Catch a branch.
Yes.
Anyways, we're on the dirt.
We're officially on dirt for the first time.
It's riding smooth though.
It's riding smooth. For the record, just like with all the other flex test vehicles we have taken, they are all at standard factory PSI. So we didn't air down any of them. So this will be apples to apples as much as you can be, considering they're all different vehicles.
I'm just gonna do high, two-wheel drive and low. I mean not low, two-wheel drive and 4 high.
So
see how that auto mechanical, I don't want to break my new auto mechanical locker, but it's just breaking sometime.
So
it's automatic. It's so much easier. I don't even have to push buttons. I get bigger muscles from the shifter. I don't have to push buttons with my finger.
No.
Those are very sissy.
Your poor little fingers.
I could have sprayed it
out.
Now I just put my foot to the floor and let it do its thing. Man style.
Man style. But anywho, we will record some of this going in and let you know of anything interesting as we go into the tree section. So the tree section is where
that's where it gets
it's going to get interesting. But we'll show you the road as we go. You're good.
It's brand new.
I know. First touch.
Yes, one of these drug down the side lightly.
Very lightly. It's new growth.
Again. Newer growth.
So it'll be fine. But
it'll be fine.
The first touch is always
scary. She's gonna have to buff any light scratches out.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It needs to be waxed and ceramic coated.
But we knew this section was tighter, so it was going to be a good way to judge what is happening, like for size-wise.
Sight lines, like it's kind of hard to see. Oh, this is the steep section.
This is the steep section.
I don't feel like I can get out because I lose momentum. I'm in two-wheel drive. I haven't shifted. Oh no, it's not that steep.
It's not that steep, but
turbo diesel engaging. Yeah, look at that, just turboing away. It didn't even spin. It's so much smoother power. It just does its thing with torque.
Right, it's a torque monster. It really is.
Max, turbo max torque.
Turbo max torque monster.
Made it! Yay!
Here's the first mighty hole, and it has gotten a little bit deeper since we took the tan ZR2 through it. So, because we never took the Y one out here because we didn't think we needed to. But there we go. It's still touching. You're good. Nice and flexy, just like all of them.
Now, of course, we're going to have to compare the Colorado to the Trail Boss here, so let's pull that up. So to be fair, both of these trucks handled this obstacle really well. And I know it looks really flat on camera, but this dip is actually quite large. I think the only difference you can note here is that the Trail Boss tire does extend a little bit more than the ZR2. Once we get over to the other side, you'll be able to see that on the ZR2, it really didn't move very much at all. Now let's hurry up and get to the actual flex test that you guys want to see. The Trail Boss was able to navigate through these trees quite nicely. It felt a little bit larger than the ZR2, but to be fair, it is a full-size truck, which we were completely expecting it to have a little bit more tightness as we've maneuvered through these trees.
Made it to the big dip. It is washed out, and most people are taking the other half of the trail now, but we are going to be taking the dip, of course, because that's why we're here. So we're gonna see how it is. Dane is putting the truck into 4 high, and I am going to record it from my normal spot, by my famous cactus spot, my little prickly pear. Oh, you see the locker starting to work. You want it to work. You're just a tiny bit not touching, yeah. Right there, yep, there you are. You're off the ground. About an inch or so? Yeah. There it goes. Now you're off like 6 inches. Now you're 2 again, but yeah, back there it was about 6. It's flexing pretty good. I think coming back through will be the telltale sign. Pretty impressive, so that was 4 high. There's not too many gizmos to put on in this, but we're gonna come back through, because usually coming back through gets it a little more flexy. So, we shall see. And then we'll do our comparison against the ZR2 and it. We have that footage. So, now I'm just gonna wait for them to come back.
A few moments later.
Right there, that's the spot. You're gonna be surprised at how low it is. I know, but I'm just saying, this is like Jeep level.
Oh yeah, that's that.
Not as quite as ZR2-y,
Pretty close.
but pretty freaking close.
The ZR2 wasn't much slower than that.
No, so I'm color me impressed.
See it'll touch.
Yep, almost. Yep, you got it touching there.
Betting the front end came out grand.
Probably.
Hope I didn't bend my frame.
Now let's really see how much difference there is between this Colorado and the Trail Boss. As you can see here, the Trail Boss has already lifted its wheel, and being a longer wheelbase, this was to be expected. However, if you look at the ZR2, it's barely lifted off the ground here. From this angle, you can really tell what's going on. The Trail Boss is lifted about 3 or 4 inches off the ground, which is similar to what we had in the Jeep Gladiator Mojave. Now, the ZR2 is clearly the winner and has been our crowning winner of this flex area, and it is about an inch, maybe 2 inches off the ground tops. But really, for being a full-size truck, the Silverado did a lot better than we were expecting. It was a lot closer to the ZR2 than what we thought it would be. It was actually on the equivalency of the Jeep Gladiator Mojave, which is truly a surprise.
So, we finished the flex test. How do you think it did?
It did good, I like it.
I think it turned out. I think it did a really great job. I think it was that longer wheelbase is always an interesting thing to watch, because the shorter wheelbases tend to lift up more, except the ZR2. It was the exception, not the rule.
It was a super flexible one.
It was. But considering if you compare this to the Jeep or the Tacoma, like, this did really great overall, and this one's a little bit longer than those.
Yes, it has a longer wheelbase, 7 inches longer wheelbase than the long bed.
But it did good.
Did good though.
It did do good. So, if you're wondering how we feel like it's done on this little trail, it's done pretty good. It's a little bit more narrow, so you just have to watch the trees a little bit more. See you guys next time, when we probably will have some fun things to install. So stay tuned.